Hey there, and welcome to my lazy review of this new film, The Exorcist Believer. And after 50 years, this is the sixth film in the Exorcist, saga. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, after all the prequels and sequels, and then Exorcist imitation films, and holy crap, it feels like the Exorcist films are just like that burning sensation that my ex-girlfriend gave me. I just can't get rid of them.
I wish I was fucking joking.
Okay, let's grab some alcohol. But before I do that, I want to ask three very simple questions, which I do every single video. Number one is, did I like this film? How do I feel about it? Number two, oh, right here, Paul Mason, Apple, this stuff's pretty good. But number two is, do I recommend that you see this film or skip it altogether? And number three, but most importantly to me, being blue collar, is, do I think that this movie is worth your hard-earned time or money? Let's find out, but yeah. I want to try this stuff right here. It's delicious, no drum roll. Let's just drink some apple brandy and Sprite Zero. Let's go. Oh yeah.
It tastes so good.
I have an intro which I hope you enjoy, but hey, there is Ellen Burstyn. She's back after 50 years and the first Exorcist film. I'm sure she's in this film a lot, not just as some marketing ploy and mostly in the trailers. That wouldn't happen, right? But anyway, let's go. Oh, stuff is pretty good. You should try it. Now, what's going on with this film? It starts off with this character called Tanner Fielding, and now he's vacationing down in Haiti with his wife, who happens to be pregnant. The short version is, an earthquake happens, she dies during childbirth, and we fast forward 13 years later. After 13 years, his daughter Angela, she wants to know her mom, and all she sees is pictures and mementos, things like that. If you go back and watch the first film, the character of Regan, what was she doing? Messing around with a damn Ouija board, and of course she gets possessed, and that's the entire film. This is different because instead of one child, we have two children, because Angela hangs out with her friend Catherine after school, and she's taken a memento of her mother, trying to talk to the dead, as stupid teenagers do, and of course, the kids go missing for 3 days. Now, everyone's freaking out, trying to find them, and they come back, and of course, the doctors, they're checking the kids out, they're trying to figure out what's going on. Everything physically seems perfectly normal. If you looked in the trailers, the dad, Tanner, he asks his daughter that, how long do you think you guys been gone for? And she's like, Dad, a couple hours. And he's like, no, baby, 3 days. So the kids go back home, and of course, they bring back something evil.
Evil! Evil!
As you can imagine, both girls, they start to get worse. And now you have a conflict of interest because Tanner, he doesn't believe in demonic possession or evil or anything like that. But the parents of the other girl, Catherine, they do. And now his neighbor starts talking to him about her history, and the short version is she tells him about this book that was written by a character called Chris McNeil. And hey, member berries.
Hey, remember Ghostbusters? Oh, I remember Slimy?
Tanner meets up with Chris, and she's older, and she's sitting there drinking. I can relate. And she talks to him about life after the first film, where she started studying different cultures, different religions, different stuff about demonic possession, and she ended up writing this book. But because she wrote this book, she pissed off her daughter, Regan. But I can't help but say something because the writers, it's 2023, and they just couldn't help themselves. When Tanner's talking to her about what happened, did you actually see the demonic possession and the exorcism? She says, no, I wasn't allowed in the room because the two priests were there, and I wasn't part of their patriarchy. And as I'm watching this scene unfold, I kept thinking to myself, real quick, to the writers, when you talk about two grown men that died, saving a little girl from being possessed by a demon, and you have to insert a line about the patriarchy, yeah, just real quick.
Go fuck yourself.
They just couldn't help themselves, right? So now, of course, Chris wants to help Tanner out and talk to his daughter Angela, and now she wants to go see Catherine, the other daughter, and she winds up getting stabbed in the eyes, and now she's out of commission. She's in the film maybe all of 10 minutes, but I'm not mad because I'm kind of jealous since I've never lasted 10 minutes.
You're pathetic.
And that's pretty much it, guys, because there's not much else to talk about. It's just everything you've seen 1,000 times before in 1,000 other freaking movies. So let's start breaking down my 3 questions. Real quick, number 1 is, did I like this film? And I'll tell you one thing. Honestly, I didn't hate it, but goddamn was I bored.
I was so bored.
I felt I was mainly bored because, again, this has been 50 years since the first Exorcist film, and this was my problem this year with the Pope's Exorcist with Russell Crowe, is that everything in this film is just been there, done that, and it follows the same formula we're so used to. The only difference is now, instead of one girl being possessed, we have two girls being possessed, but still the same thing where people don't believe in this stuff. You may or may not get a priest that gets killed, and what really sucks is that all the actors, you feel like these actors really are trying, and both little girls, they do a fantastic job of the mannerisms and the way their body language is, and I feel like the one little girl who played Catherine, she was doing such a great job to like imitate Linda Blair in the first film.
What is it, baby?
I can't see you.
Baby, I'm right here.
I don't want to go to hell.
And that's pretty much it, guys. It's just something that I couldn't recommend it to you because it's just been there, done that.
Well, you've seen this one before?
On to my last question of, do I think this movie is worth your hard-earned money? I mean, what do you think?
Don't waste your money. You're gonna regret it.
In the end, I do have to rate this film, so how would I rate The Exorcist Believer? Again, I didn't hate it, but I think it's very simply put a waste of time. If all you keep doing is just copying and pasting the exact same thing over and over again, what is the point? Like, at this point, just take some damn risks. Like, try something different. And real quick, spoilers, because I don't care. I don't want to talk about this film again. Yes, Linda Blair is in the film for the last 5 seconds, and she does reconcile with her mother. And honestly, she does look good for her age, but it was only part of the movie I did enjoy because, yes, I can relate since I know all about lasting 5 seconds.
It's really sad, man. It's a sad existence.
Okay, that's pretty much it. As I always do, I have to check my watch. I am always low on time. I'm about to do a live stream with this douchebag I call a friend, and I hope I made somebody laugh because, trust me, I wasn't laughing at all watching this damn movie. All right, so let me grab Bender. I'll see you guys later. Cheers.
This calls for a drink.
This stuff is good, but then everybody needs one of these.
It's called a catchphrase.
After this movie, I am looking forward to going back to work.